Go.
Good evening. My name is Connis Koiner, and I am a member of the Nassau-Suffolk Kappa League. Today, I'll be interviewing Mr. Derrick Isaac for the Y Kappa's Mentor campaign. Good evening, Mr. Derrick.
Good evening, Mr. Connis. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, very well. Um, what do you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Derrick Isaac. Father of three, husband of one, obviously. Been a Kappa for almost 20 years now. I crossed spring 2005 at the Lambda chapter, Temple University. During my time in Kappa, I've served in many roles, from board member, committee chair, all the way up to pole mark, and now even as a charter member of the Nassau-Suffolk uh, alumni chapter.
Why did you become a Kappa in the first place?
I'll give the generic answer and go a little bit deeper. So for me, it came later in life. I was searching for something more, and I just did my research on all of the organizations. Kappa was the one that spoke more to me, as I believed in the motto of achievement in every field of human endeavor. So that stood out to me more than any of the other fraternal organizations. Um, and then since then, I've lived that motto. I've surrounded myself with like-minded brothers that live the same. And Kappa's just always been good to me, and that's pretty much why Kappa.
When you mentioned the brothers, who were the specific people?
As far as when.
As far as when you started pledging, maybe.
So I was in a unique situation. My chapter at my undergrad university was actually suspended for 5 years. So I pledged as a fifth year senior. So my line actually reactivated our chapter. We didn't have any brothers on the campus, which is why I said it was a unique situation and why I had to do my research. I didn't have brothers on campus to model what Kappa was for me. So I had to really dig deep and find out what spoke to me and why I would want to join that. So at the time I joined, the only one brother I really knew was someone that I went to high school with that I ran track with, and he went to school at a neighboring school at Drexel, and he pledged there in 2002.
Right. What do you do for your career?
Professionally, I am a senior technical program manager for T-Mobile. On the side, I own my own business. I am the founder and CEO of the Isaac Consortium LLC, which is a collection of different consulting-based businesses. One being I'm a professional registered parliamentarian. Another is I'm a distance running coach as well for all ages.
I'm very interested in STEM, and coincidentally, you told me that you're a technical manager. Um, I also want to be an engineer someday. Do you have any tips for me to get started?
Well, before we start going into tips, let me ask you this. What are you currently doing in that arena?
Oh, my school has a robotics program, and
Okay.
I'm I joined it, and we're using these circular robots and making blimps, but they're actually just tiny balloons, and we're putting them on the ground and moving them around. It's a small
Okay.
project, but I think it's cool.
Okay, that sounds good. One tip I would give you as far as getting in that field, I actually have my bachelor's and master's in technology. I also have military service. I'm an officer in the Signal Corps of the Army, which is the technology branch. But if I had to give you a nugget, I would say seek out different things that would enhance your passion in that. And an example I'll give you of that is when I was in undergrad, we had an organization called ACM, the Association for Computing Machinery, and it's geared toward engineering majors like that. They also have another now called the National Society of Black Engineers. We didn't have a chapter on my undergrad campus at the time, but they do have those in undergrad and alumni chapters, just like the fraternity.
Hmm. Uh, who or what encouraged you to join the U.S. military?
Um, I guess it's a combination. I wouldn't, my brother went to the military before me, but I wouldn't really say he encouraged me. He took a little different path. I'm the first one in my family to attend college. What really got me to join the military was being first generation American, the product of two immigrants. We didn't really have money for me to attend college, so I took what scholarships I could get, and I ended up with an ROTC scholarship, and I had to pay back time through the military.
Why do you feel that mentoring is important to you?
I feel mentoring is important to me specifically because I didn't have many mentors growing up. Kappa has allowed me to find and choose various mentors in different fields, and they've provided opportunities to me. So, as far as me feeling it's important, I feel it's important to give that back to others that may not have had some of those same opportunities growing up.
What advice would you give your younger self for the last question?
The advice I would give my younger self has nothing to do with Kappa or any of that stuff. Um, I would say maintain your health and your physical fitness. You tend to take for granted how fast your metabolism is or how how far you can go before you get tired when you're younger, and it ends up catching up with you as you age. Like I was one of those top athletes in high school, and I wish I could have maintained that fitness before life hit me.
I will take those tips. I will use them.
Definitely. You play any sports now?
Yeah, I do wrestling, I do swimming and baseball.
Nice. So definitely, yeah, stay in shape. Stay in shape because once you start hitting your 20s and your 30s and all that stuff, you start ending up with all these phantom ailments. You're like, wait a minute, why does that hurt? Like I do this all the time.
I'm scared for that.
Nah, don't be scared. Just make sure you stretch.
Thank you for your time and have a great week, sir.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you, Connis.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
I'll touch.
Oh, dang. So